So what happened was I played in the IBA All-Star team. So we toured over to Korea, Philippines, and Hong Kong.
Oh
So
yeah.
during the IBA challenge is when I got noticed for um, because of slam dunk contest against Billy Ray Bates. And when I beat Billy Ray Bates, I became pretty famous in the Philippines overnight.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
next
Yeah.
year, yeah, then the next year I get a call from Alaska asking me if I would come over and take over an import's place. And it was history ever after that. So that's how I got noticed. I was on the IBA All-Star team.
Yeah, and then with your Alaska stint, I believe you guys were like constant like third placers. Like you guys weren't winning championships yet at that time until
Right.
1991, I think, or 1993.
Yes.
So what made you stay? Like you kept coming back. Wasn't it tough for you that you guys weren't winning at all as a competitive professional?
Well, my first year there, when I came over in 1989, we took third place. The next year, when I returned, we had my teammate was Carlos Clark. We had two imports at that time, and we were the runners up. We lost in the championship against then Pure Foods and Jojo Lastimosa.
Yeah.
And then I came back in '91, and that's when we won our first championship. So I only experienced two losing seasons before the third one.
Okay, so it did really hamper your
Yeah,
expectations here and like coming back to the franchise and playing for Alaska
right,
again.
right. Some
Yeah.
of the third place finishes happened before I got there.
Okay, yeah, yeah, for sure. But then before you got here, like what were your first impressions of the country? Like when you were in the States, like what do you hear about the country? Not really
Well,
maybe basketball and also off the court, like in terms of the culture, the environment. I mean, of course when you're in the States, it's like miles away from here, 1,000 miles away.
yeah. So when I first heard I was going to go do a tour in the Philippines, I had no idea anything about the country, anything about the people. I had no inclination what it was going to be like in the Philippines. And then if you go back, that I went to the Philippines. My first year was in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, 1989, and back then, this is not too for long after the ETSA revolution.
Yeah.
Makati was still kind of a small little town, and a lot of buildings were starting to go up, but it was very, it wasn't like it is now. Like I
Mm-hmm.
literally watched the country grow since 1989 to now, 2022. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I was able to witness the growth of the Philippines as a little, what do we call it, a tiger country. Like I watched it grow into what it is now financially, and everything that happened on Rojas Boulevard. Man, I remember Rojas Boulevard back in the '90s, man.
Mm-hmm.
Old hotels, old buildings, and now it's it's a mega billion facilities over there, like
Yeah.
the billionaire facilities over there, and of course the Mall of Asia. You know, I even when I think about some of the malls, like I've seen every mall built in my time in the Philippines, like from
For sure.
Mega Mall. I saw that build. I saw Robinson Galleria build. I saw all those
Yeah.
malls during my time blow up, and even the one that over by the old Ultra, And so it's kind of cool. And I'm sorry, even the fort. Everybody loves to go to the
Yeah.
fort now. Well, that used to be literally a cemetery over there. The
Mm-hmm.
American cemetery, and there was nothing over there. So I really enjoy that I've seen this country grow up the way it did, and it was part of my life.